is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium at Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Fields on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Panthers 0. Michael Dixon will kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
5 yards remain on second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now it's Fields. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade, the Mullican. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Fields. Flush to his right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Here's Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
On first down, it's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. And all the way Getting to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run with Carson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a first down throw. Fields. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for 37 yards. Christian McCaffrey, this is where he can be so dangerous, CD. This offense, they devise ways to get him the football in space and just let him go.
Yeah, and this is nothing more than a simple screen pass, but he does a really nice job of showing patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him. And he turns it into really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, Fields. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lewicki. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Samuel. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, McCaffrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, you probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
The The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Lawrence. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now Lawrence on first down. They'll run the screen with Carson. Runs over it. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Quickly out wide to Eskridge. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Flushed out right. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Fields now to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And his kick is right there. It's good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Fields. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Here's Fields. Checks this down to Hubbard. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like
an egg underhanded, really, with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, so touchdown, Seahawks. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Now Myers for the extra point.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Exit score, Panthers 34, Seahawks 14. Michael Vincent, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmaker. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Derek Brown make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 2. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Fields got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. First down, Fields. Playing time to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can... Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting. Start the bus because they think this one is over.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Fields. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A nice little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Anderson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
Seahawks 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence under pressure, and they got to him again.
Derek Brown
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here's Lawrence.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on the way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that score.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll check that down to Carson. He gets away from 1,
and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.